Anger is by far one of the most feared emotional states that we experience. Anger is discouraged socially, both for its aggressive and its passive forms, most especially because of the fact that anger is notorious for creating social conflict. But our resistance and fear of anger only makes that anger persist. What is anger? Anger is an emotional response that arises in response to the perception that you have been threatened. Think about that for a minute. Anger always comes as a result of feeling threatened. That means anger comes in response to the perceived infliction of pain, injury, or damage, either done or not yet done to you. If we are angry, our survival mechanism has been triggered. Remember that I don't mean just physical survival mechanism. I also mean emotional survival mechanism and mental survival mechanism. This emotion is partly responsible for the fight or flight response. Anger is an aversion. It is an impulse for self-preservation. Anger is the emotional response that results from being threatened into a state of fear, usually about pain that has been inflicted on you, or that you think is going to come. Anger becomes the predominant feeling behaviorally, cognitively, and physiologically when a person makes a conscious choice to take action to immediately stop the threat of an outside force. Anger distances you from threat. This is the real reason why anger hurts people. It puts distance between yourself and them. It is opposing oneness and love. It is the opposite of social cohesion. It separates us. If we perceive a threat, it means that we feel powerless. It means that we feel like we have no control over something that has happened or something that is happening. There is no lower vibration on the planet than powerlessness. And from a place of powerlessness, you're a match to incredibly low vibrational experiences, including ones that could cause death. Because of this, the soul has actually created its own self-preservation instinct. It's important for the sake of expansion for us to live long enough to use the physical dimension to expand. As a result, anger was created to keep you out of the vibration of the emotions that make you a match to circumstances where it would be a threat to your survival. The self-preservation instinct on an emotional level comes in the form of what I call a cover emotion. Emotional states like hatred and anger are cover emotions. They are designed to cover the vibration that exists right below it, to keep you from experiencing the lower vibrational emotions. Anger is an emotion that covers hurt and fear, because fear and hurt are powerless states. It covers them so that we do not stay in those vibrations and become a match to the many survival risk experiences that are a vibrational match to us when we are in the state of powerlessness. Obviously, anger feels better than powerless states like fear and like hurt. But what about people who say that anger makes them feel worse than lower vibrational states, like depression or like fear or like guilt? If that's the case with you, then what happened is that you were raised in a social group that believed that anger was so bad that it made you a bad person. You have perceived that anger hurts people and that hurting people makes you a bad person and that bad people do not receive love. It's a holdover from the punishment and reward style of parenting. People are relationally dependent, so love equals survival. As a result, every time you feel angry, subconsciously your fight or flight mechanism is triggered. You begin to feel powerless because your core belief is that you will be abandoned or hurt or left alone if you are angry. In other words, anger has become a trigger in and of itself for you. This is especially true if you have been raised in a religious environment. All of the various world religions are scattered, even the core scriptures, with warnings about the personal and spiritual implications of anger. But this is not the Dark Ages anymore. Most of us are not living in caves and stoning our wives and sacrificing goats to the gods. So let's catch up with the times. Anger is not wrong. Anger is not bad. Anger is not evil. Anger has been critical to our survival. Anger pulls you out of powerlessness and the pain of being hurt and being afraid. This is why people say that anger can be used as fuel. It makes dangers feel smaller and confidence seem higher, and it is a huge burst of energy. It means we are taking our power back. It's motivating. Anger means we think we have a choice to make, and choice is freedom.